in Las Vegas. Who is going to take the opening round of the season? Who is going to take the victory in the first ever visit to Las Vegas in SLRF2 history? The lights are coming in on now ahead of our drivers. Who's going to come out on top in Las Vegas? The lights are out and we are underway here in Las Vegas. There's a tentative start for everybody. Of course, in these conditions, very tricky conditions, as they head down to turn one now. Who's going to miss that braking point? Who's going to get it right? Baggy's done a pretty decent job to hold on to the lead. That's Benz, I believe, trying to go around the outside. The contact between the two Campos cars. It's Evo and Mash going side by side. They're going 5 abreast nearly into turn 3. That's the Ralph Boschon car I see going side. I think that was SLR Evo. It was Evo. Somehow he's caught it. Owen had a tricky formation lap. He's had a tricky first lap. And we have got a virtual safety car, I believe, for UK Beast Assassin and Owen Howe, the two relatives, the cousins, coming together at turn 2. Not quite sure what happened there, but one thing that is for certain is VSC.
Yeah, there's 3 cars involved. Bados has also got wing damage on the left side end plate. So that'll be, I think, 3 try to go into 1 in turn 1. I think that's probably what happened there. But yeah, a lot of drivers trying to go 3 wide into turn 1, trying to carry it into turn 2. As you saw with the 2 Camposes, as you say, come together.
We're back to green flag racing then. They're on lap 1 of 10 in this sprint race. Baggy got a decent restart, but he's going to lose a lot of straight line speed. See the understeer they're getting there. Nearly hitting the wall was Baggy fan there. Somehow kept it out of it, but SSR William Carito is getting very, very close to Baggy now. Could maybe see himself in the lead on his opening SLRF2 race. And what a debut it would be for Carito, but Cooper Benz is not going to let it go easy. BRT Griffiths is easily making his way up the field at the moment, 6th place now. I think that's Husky Satin. No, it's Bad Otter, sorry, at the back. Let me have a quick gander. Yeah, it is Bad Otter. I think it was OG Hammers as well, having a bit of a collision. Not sure what happened there. Bad Otter down the escape road there. So missed that one. And Mash and Griffiths are going side by side now. The ART and the Campos. Looks like Mash is going to hold us in position. He's gone deep. Oh, and his teammate. It's SLR Dodgy. We've got another car off. It's Cooper Benz. This is absolutely crazy here in Vegas. Everybody is struggling for grip out there. Griffiths is up to 4th after all that. He saw his teammate go straight on. He saw Cooper Benz round. He saw Mash go deep. And at the moment, it's all opening up for Griffiths as he moves up to 4th place. Baggy's gone round the last corner. He's lost his front wing. This is absolute chaos now. He's sure he's got rear wing damage from that now. And Carito now takes the lead. Carito loses the lead because Evo's gone round. What the hell is going on here? I can't keep up with all the chaos that's going on here in Vegas. The rain is causing chaos.
I managed to caught the Baggy fan incident. Carito forced it down the inside at the last corner, and then they had a bit of contact, and I feel like he lost control into the wall, and obviously that's ended his P1 hopes. There's a lot of guys using the escape roads going deep and stuff.
He's got straight on. He's got straight on. I think it was turn 4. He's lost some of his front wing as well. He cannot stop the cars out there at all. Even with the ABS, it's just not enough to stop the cars in these wet conditions at all. They're just aquaplaning straight on. It's like they need the super wet tyres out there. The way these cars are just unable to get any stopping power at all in these conditions. We've got yellow flags again. I think that's the Rodin Carlin of UK Beast Assassin, who's done the exact same thing. He's gone straight on. I think it's at turn 4. And UK Beast Assassin, a veteran of F2, one of the most experienced drivers in SLRF2, is also making errors out there. It just proves that no matter how much experience you have in these cars, these conditions are just proving difficult for everyone. As Owen's out of the race. We've got a virtual safety car now. I'm not sure where Owen has crashed.
He lost it.
Oh, he's just straight on!
Yeah.
He's done the same thing. Wow, everyone is struggling. I think it's at turn 4. Turn 5 rather. Here at Las Vegas, we've got one DNF for Owen, virtual safety car, 2nd virtual safety car of the evening. And I'm only just able to catch my breath now, Legend, because that was a chaotic first 2 laps.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting to see that everyone is struggling with braking issues. Like, none of them are able to slow these cars down. Obviously, this track is known for its famous long straights, and because they've relied so much on the brakes, I honestly don't feel like they're trusting the brakes at the moment.
We've got cars off under the virtual safety car as well. Echo's off, Evo's off, Mash was off, I think QWERTY was off there as well. Baggy's into the pit lane, of course, to repair that front wing damage we saw him pick up on the start of this lap. We're going to be going back to green flag racing anytime soon. They are literally crawling into the pit lane, nearly contact going into the pit lane. This is absolutely crazy. But one thing's for certain is FR Carito, SSR William, is leading on his SLRF2 debut. Now, there'll be mixed feelings about that in the server, that I will say. But nevertheless, you can't take any credit away from Carito, who's soaking up all the pressure well on debut. And if, well, he's going to have quite a bit more pressure behind him because it's, drive-through penalty for UK Beast Assassin. Speeding under the virtual safety car. But yeah, I was about to say, Legend, if there's one man you don't really want behind you on your SLRF2 debut while leading the race, it's BRT Griffiths.
And I think it'd be the other way around. I don't think Griffiths wants Carito in front of him because Carito can be an aggressive driver. So, it's, you know, you've just got to put with Carito. It's just one of those, you either attack him when he's vulnerable or you just sit behind and wait until he makes a mistake.
Well, which one is Griffiths going to go for? We've got yellow flags again. We've got another car off at turn 5. I'm not sure who it was. Green flags are back now, so it must have been a big error. But Carito is struggling out there. Griffiths is thriving in these conditions, as we saw him do for, well, no matter what was thrown at him last season, apart from in Belgium. But Griffiths, here in Las Vegas, is about to take the race lead in this opening race of Season 9. He's not going to go around the outside of here, is he? No, he's not, is he? He had a little gander on Carito, but thinks better of it. Carito has gone straight on. Griffith's going to say thank you very much. I'm going to go for a little old switcheroo. As a look, it doesn't have the momentum to get past the high-tech Grand Prix car. Griffiths still closing up as we go through turn 17, the last corner. He carry a bit more speed. Got the slipstream. Head on lap 4 out of 10 in this race. He's taking his time, does Griffiths. He has a look down the inside. He's trying to sneak his way up the inside there. Hopefully Carito doesn't break 3 times in the corner, and doesn't, or else that could have ended catastrophe. Doesn't, thankfully for Griffiths or for Carito, because Carito could see a podium on his SLRF2 debut here, which would be fantastic to see. Because the gap behind to the second of the ART Grand Prix cars is SLR Dodgy 3 seconds. Griffiths not waiting around any longer though. Down the inside of turn 5 he goes. He doesn't miss his braking point. Gets his way past Carito. Slight contact with the wall there for the high-tech Grand Prix driver. But one thing's for certain is Griffiths on lap 4 out of 10. He's gone from 10th on the grid to the race lead. Back into the pit lane again.
Yeah, I think he's, you know, P10 is probably his now winning spot. Every time he gets P10, yeah, done it. I think they need to change his role so he goes down to like the last place of the grid.
Oh, Carito's hit the wall. That's got his front wing damage. I've just seen it come off the high tech there. Took way too much speed going into the corner, and the car just understeered pure into the wall. That's going to lose him a heap of time to SLR Dodgy, who's closing up. We can see an ART Grand Prix 1-2 coming up shortly.
Yeah, he almost just hit the wall again on the exit of that corner, so he's definitely struggling.
He's going to ruin that. Here comes Benster on his return. Go all the way around the outside here as we go towards turn 15. Can he get the move done before they've even got to the corner? Under braking as the corner will eventually come with about 6 working days. And here we go. Beast, 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. Dodgy doesn't fight it too hard, and Benster is back on the podium. That way rightfully deserves in SLRF2. A very quick driver, definitely a championship contender with Benster, and hopefully he's back in that championship fight this season in that PHM racing car. Griffiths sets the new fastest lap of the race, 1:57.2 now for the reigning champion. He's going to start off Season 9 as the reigning champion. Is going to start off Season 9 potentially with a race win as well, where he ended off last season in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Critters going to struggle now on these slower parts with that wing damage, so expect to see Benson rock up behind him soon enough.
Oh, the former teammates Southerner and Cooper Benz from last season. It's elbows out between the Rodin Carlin and the PHM racing car. If Juan QWERTY has gone round in turn 15, Southerner's got the move done on Cooper Benz. Up to 7th place goes SLR Southerner, the runner-up from last season. Could maybe see him close up to Paraquicks now in the dams ahead of him. We've got yellow flags again. That's OG Hammers that has gone off at turn 15. He will get going once again though in this race. Halfway through the opening round of Season 9 SLRF2 in the sprint race here at Las Vegas. Conditions, from what I've been told, will improve in the feature. Race course strategy will be thrown into that one with a mandatory pit stop. No pit stop in the sprint race, of course. Don't think there would be anywhere in the feature if there was because of the rain. Oh, and Ben's has gone into the back of Carito. That was so nearly ended in tears. Somehow Carito has caught the slide and is going to hold on to second place. But Benzer is definitely looking like the second quickest, if not maybe challenging Griffiths for the quickest driver on track at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like Carito's obviously took the obviously with that wing damage, he had to brake a little bit earlier, and I think it just caught Ben's out a little bit.
Turn 15 we go then. Can he get him?
Good battles here in the top 5. Within,
Well,
obviously, if it was DRS, they would have a DRS train here, but there's really not at the moment.
Is he going to pit? He's pitting. Carito's into the pit lane. That is very, very confusing. Unless the front wing damage has just got too much for him, which to be fair, looking at that, he is actually fairly bad. Medal's now closing up into the battle, and in the Trident, it's very weird getting used to these cars. Again, Medal could see himself back in the podium places once again. Of course, third place driver from last season. Going to be fighting SLR Dodgy for the final podium place. Benson looks to be taken off at the moment in P2. Hopes to close in on Griffiths, but it's going to be some task to do that. SLR Medal is hoping he can close in the podium spot on SLR Dodgy, that ART Grand Prix car. At the moment, it's a double ART Grand Prix podium at the moment. BRT Griffiths, the reigning champion, P1. SLR Dodgy, P3, but it might not be for much longer because the Trident of SLR Medal wants to get that position off. It was going to the very, very slow chicane in these conditions. Medal nearly pushing Dodgy through the chicane there, but keeping it well, keeping it level. So tentative on the throttle out of the corner. Really poor exit from Dodgy. Medal's going to capitalise on that. He's not going to go all the way around the outsider, is he? No way, he's not going to have the grip out there, mad duck. Oh, you can see him just understeering through the corner because they've got absolutely no cornering grip at all. And Dodgy will hold on to that third place. Now 1.8 seconds is the gap between Benzer and Dodgy. And tell you what, legend, Medal might get the move done here.
Yeah, he seems to be going to get it done now. Already half a car length ahead, he's now a full car length ahead.
Not getting it up though. There you go.
It's a bit of a slipstream. He's going to be there too late on the brakes. Medal's got that easily. And the braking, but cleared the exit.
Move, but it might not be done yet though. Heading towards the 17th and final corner of this Las Vegas circuit. He's going to have a slipstream once again, all the way going down to turn 1, and Dodgy can see the move. Back on here, lifts off because he knew he was going to be slamming into the wall because of the cornering speed. It does back off in the end with that. And there's SLR Medal up into the podium places then. Gaps are starting to open up heavily now in these conditions. People struggling to stick with one another, which is understandable. Griffiths is just sticking with absolutely no one at the moment because he's cleared off out in front. 7.1 seconds clear. SLR Southerner just missed that overtake. Has made the move on Paraquicks, who's gone very deep at turn 1. Had contact with Cooper Benz. And that's Para now down to 7th place. Southerner up to 5th. We'll see who gained the most positions in this race. It, well, of course, is going to be BRT Griffiths. 9 positions gained. Started P10. He's into the race lead. To be fair, all the top 3 have gained quite a few positions. Benz to gain 6th. Medal gained 6. We've got a car off, I think that was an MP Motorsport. At the back, I think it was Balotta, of course, on his SLRF2 debut as well. Not having a great debut, but still a long, long way to go.
Yeah, it was great that went off as he's lost his front wing, which he just hit a wall for good measure as well, so he's probably lost it even more.
Sorry, Balotta, I assumed.
Yeah, he's lost his whole right side of his front wing as for his he hasn't decided to pit this lap as he went to the pit straight wall.
He's closing up on F180 Query then. 6 tenths of the gap, I can barely see him in front because of the spray. Of course, only points given out for the top 8 in the sprint race. 1 point all the way up to 10 points for the race winner. And then 1 point for fastest lap as well, as long as you're inside the top 10. So Carito will unfortunately not be scoring points on debut. Looked for maybe on a race win or a podium at very least. If it wasn't for hitting that wall on his debut. Still 3 laps to go when they cross the line. BRT Griffiths just started lap 8 at 10. He might have made a bit of an error, or else Benz has just got the foot down a bit. It's now 5.9 seconds. I think it was like 7 seconds when I looked before. Was it right? I don't know.
Yeah, it was 7 to 8 seconds, I thought. He definitely had a mistake somewhere.
Potentially. Oh, it's dodgy. Goes very deep into turn 1 there. Not sure if he's got damage or not. Let's have a quick gander. I can't see any damage in the ART. Maybe just a slight error from Dodgy there. A bit too deep into turn 1. Going to go back down to Bad Otto. He's making a move on UKB's Assassin. Through goes the MP Motorsport of Bad Otto. Up into 13th place. Of course, no points given. UKB's Assassin is going to fight this one back though with all his might. With the slipstream. Pulls to the left-hand side as the road in Carlin. And looks to have got the move done before the corner. Lost the position. Gained the position back. That's just how powerful that Las Vegas strip is with slipstream. Back down the inside he goes. Up into 13th place now. I think it just proves how overpowered the slipstream is, especially down that strip. You can lose the position but gain it back once the end of the strip. I think we saw it in McEwen Division quite a bit last season where we had like a 3 or 4 car battle. It was like Snipes, Midzy, I think Blaze and Medal was in there as well. Just no one wanted to leave that race going on to the final lap because you're just going to lose it.
Yeah, if it's a 5-car battle, a P5 can go to win it by the braking zone. So it's kind of like it's just cat and mouse this track, but definitely for the last lap.
Battle down for the wooden spoon, you could say, at P16. Baggy Fan versus OG Hammers. The Pramer versus the Van Amersfoort Racing. At the moment, it's Baggy Fan who comes out on top. It looks like Echo and Carito are battling out. Oh, they're both nearly in the wall. Through the little hairpin section there, but it's Carito up into 9th place now. Points I don't think are going to be on the cards with a lap and a half to go. 2 laps to go, sorry. Echo's going to fight back though with the slipstream. Pulls to the outside. Can he get the move done before they reach turn 15? Yes, he can. Carito's going to fight it back with slipstream. That's what I said. You can lose the position. Might be able to gain it back once the end of the braking zone. But no, Echo's going to have that position. Or does he? No, he's done a Lewis Hamilton from back who has gone straight on. Oh dear.
That's dangerous condition.
It's so much easier. Like from here, it looks such a stupid thing to do, but from in the car, I'm sure it's such an easy thing to do to just misjudge it by ever so slightly and just have an ABS lockup, which is a thing. It's just aquaplane straight off. But Carito has done a pretty decent job on debut so far. He's just going to miss out on points on debut.
Yeah, but if it didn't pay, I think it would have been probably in the, probably just getting caught by Southern a lot now, probably.
Yeah. Lap and a half to go then. Gap is now back up to 7.3 seconds for Griffiths, so maybe it was just a mistake from the reigning champion. But he's looked in control since taking the lead. We've said that quite a lot in the past 2 seasons. And we've got a car off at the back. That is... Who is that? That is Echo. Echo is now down to 11th now. Losing position to Evo. We saw him lose that battle to Carito the other lap. Go straight on. He's got straight under the wall and lost his front wing completely this time. So that's going to be Echo all the way down towards the back of the order. He's sat in a bit of an error. That's allowed Baggy Fan up into 15th place now. May not be for official SLRF2 points, but of course the Evo Championship. And that is going to come critical come the end of the season, of course. We're still doing the Evo Championship. Great little championship. Not official, of course. But they will still fight it out like it's an official championship in the end. Of course, our reigning champion SL Mash last season as Oji James has crashed at the exit of turn 5. Won't see a safety car as Echo has now crashed as well. Coming up to this next corner. I think he's gone straight on. He has. No, he's lost it on exit. There's Echo there. So 2 cars out in the space of 2 corners. But we're already on to the final lap now. Legend and Griffiths look pretty much in control.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely handled these conditions well with the brakes, and obviously we saw a lot of people going straight on, and he's just kept his cool. Don't think he's been, pushing it too hard. I think he's been cautious sometimes and pushing it at other parts of the circuit to build that lap time. It's been a solid sprint race for him so far.
Griffiths on for a 42nd SLRF2 podium to overtake myself to go 7th on the all-time list of SLRF2 podiums. I'm sure he will very much rub that one in my face. But he's not got long left to go now. Only 3 more corners left of this Las Vegas circuit. A very wet Las Vegas circuit for BRT Griffiths, and it will be yet another win for Griffiths to take up to 28 in total in SLRF2, closing up on the great SLR Ham. Could maybe match him by the end of the season, who knows. But one thing's for certain is Toby's going to start the season the way he ended his championship winning season last season, with a victory as he rounds the 17th and final corner of this Las Vegas circuit, and it is BRT Griffiths who takes the opening round of season 9 here in SLRF2, takes the first ever win in Las Vegas for SLRF2. Benster on his return, a fantastic drive for the PHM racing driver. He will finish second. SLR Medal will take the final podium spot for Trident. It is SLR Dodgy in P4. Both ART Grand Prix cars in the top 4, and a great opening great opening race, for PHM Racing. 2nd and 5th, with SLR Southerner coming home 5th. Great first race for them. We'll see what they can do in the feature race. Cooper Bend will finish P6, but will drop to 7th after penalties as Para Quicks takes 6th for Dams and SLR Mash in the Campos. P8 will take the final point of the sprint race. Carito, he took that pit stop in the end with the damage. He will finish P9. SLR Evo will round out the top 10 of the second of the Campos cars. F1 AB QWERTY. Is he going to get P11? Is Bad Otter going to get it? They go down to turn 15 now. We're going to have a battle to the line potentially. Who is going to get it? Is it going to be QWERTY? Is it going to be Otter? Bad Otter on his debut, of course. Can he get it? Good little exit. As we go towards turn 17 now, I think he might be a bit too far back. But you never know. Through the final corner they're about to go, and it is going to be F1 AB QWERTY who's going to get it on penalties either way. Oh, is he not? Ooh, he had damage, but it was close. QWERTY gets 11th, Bad Otter 12th, UK Beast Assassin very took day of the office for the road in Carlin. He will finish 13th. Baggy Fan he did start on reverse grid pole, will finish P14 unfortunately. We didn't get the fairy tale story, and it'll be Husky Sat in the final of the classified runners this evening. For the sprint race, Echo, Oji Hames and Owen Howe 36 was our DNF. We won't require a lobby restart, thankfully, because of the wet conditions, so we can just go into the feature race after a few minutes break then, as the sprint race is finally concluded. And Legend, opening round of the opening race of the season over, should I say. And, well, are we really surprised who won it?
I mean, we're not surprised, but to be honest, obviously when Carito took over, I think he had 11 seconds to catch the Mash. He managed to get it to 4 seconds, so he's definitely had the pace. Obviously, I don't know why he pitted after that, but he must have just felt he couldn't handle the car as much. But it was an interesting race. Obviously, everyone was struggling with brakes issues. Most drivers were going straight on, so it was kind of good to see everyone else was in a similar situation. Obviously, Griffiths has the experience probably overhand, so he just knew what he had to do and just kept it clean. But unfortunately, the baggy fan incident between Carito, but I think that'll go into the shoots. It does seem like an incident that should be looked at. So I wouldn't see that not getting looked at least. But yeah, I definitely hectic race for this opening.
Yeah, I did not expect the rain. I knew it was going to be chaotic, but I didn't think it was going to be that chaotic, especially on the first opening 2 laps. But BRT Griffiths, no matter all the chaos that happens around him, it is him that takes the opening round of the season then. 11 points in qualifying, 11 points for the sprint race, should I say, with the fastest lap. 2 points for pole position in qualifying. All he needs is to win the feature race and to get the fastest lap. And he's already got a Grand Slam once again. Benster and Medal will round out the podium. And we will go into the feature race where we will be starting in just under 4 minutes time, and we'll go through your grid then. The grid will be what the results were from qualifying, and that will determine the grid for this feature race. Of course, strategy will be involved in this race, a mandatory pit stop. Rain has cleared, and we will go through the grid then very, very quickly. It is BRT Griffiths in the ART Grand Prix, our reigning champion, the winner from the sprint race. He will start on pole position with SLR Medal alongside him. It's the same top 3 as it was in the sprint race, just in a little bit of a different order. Medal P2 in the Trident. It's the first of the PHM racing cars, and Benster in P3. He's on his back on full-time return this season. The runner-up from last season, SR Southerner, makes it a PHM Racing 3-4. They had a fantastic opening race in the sprint race. Can they have a mega feature race in their opening weekend? SLR Evo in the Campos is P5. He's going to see what he can do in the first feature race of the season. SLR Dodgy, the two-time SLR Evo champion. Let's see what he can do from 6 on the grid in the second of the ART Grand Prix cars. Could be hoping for championship glory this season, Dodgy, with, of course, the reigning champion on his team. We'll see. SLR Mash in P7. We'll see what he can do, the reigning Evo champion. Cooper Benz in P8 of the Road of Carlin. Can he pick up a few more points to his name? Maybe challenge himself with some of the top guns. Saw it last season. SSR William, bit of a tough opening race, for him. Let's see if we can have a better feature race. Baggy Fan, P10, was on reverse grid pole. Couldn't quite do the bits in the sprint race. He's got another chance in the feature race though. UK Beast Assassin had a sprint race to forget. He's going to want to make the feature race a memorable one. Paraquicks in P12 in the Dams. Balotta 13th, also on his debut as well for MP Motorsport. OG Hammers 14th. Husky Saturn in 15th. F1 AB QWERTY in the second of the Dams cars. He will be 16th. Echo 17th. And Owen Howe will round out the grid for the feature race. He's definitely going to need a better sprint race, which won't be too hard unless he doesn't actually make it off the line. Legend, what do you think your top 3 is going to be then for the feature race? Sorry, actually, what's your second to fourth going to be for the feature race?
Well, we're interested to see what happens in this race because obviously went to the Southerners up there as well. To be fair, so I probably think I'll go for a PHM up to second and third, and probably medal just on the outskirts of there. I think both of them would done medal for that. I think they'll be the cars to watch going into this. It'll be interesting to see as well. Obviously, we know what happened last time. Critter and Baggy Fan was close together in the sprint race. It'll be interesting to see what happens this time around. Baggy attacking Critter. Hopefully, it's a lot cleaner and not a revenge story. But we'll see what happens.
Indeed, we will. Get your top 3 in the chat as well. Who's going to come out on top? Well, we know who's going to come out on top. Who's going to come out P2 in the race? Here in the opening feature race here in Las Vegas. The formation lap getting underway in a few minutes' time. I'm just going to go top up my drink quick while we got a quick minute. And we're back. How many laps we got? We've got 14, so we've got another 4 extra. We'll get the tyre graphic up quickly, see what drivers have gone for. A lot of drivers have gone for the softs, but some have gone for the super softs. They're going to go for the quicker tyre first. We'll see if that pays off. SLR Dodgy, Baggy Fan, OG Hermes, Husky Saturn, F1 AB QWERTY and Echo have all opted for the super soft tyres for their opening stint. The rest have gone for the softs. For the first stint, we'll go for the quicker tyre in the latter stage of the race. I think normally it is the alternate strategy that normally comes out on top, but you never know. Track like this, never raced out here before. It's worth to try some new things. So yeah, 14 laps ahead of us. Of course, mandatory pit stop in this race. No rain, but we'll probably still have the same chaos.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, you slap a big straight on a circuit, you're gonna have racing. It's pretty much standard.
But, yeah.
I think definitely we'll have the action of DRS this time around. I think we'll definitely see DRS trains. There's probably a massive split to the people that are battling and lose that DRS train. I think they'll just lose the time down this straight. Obviously, they don't have the ERS button to gain it back up again, so it will be interesting this race.
Indeed, it will. As we go down the Las Vegas Strip with all 20, all 18 of the drivers then, and we'll be completing this formation lap very, very shortly. Of course, F2's debut weekend in Las Vegas, opening weekend as well in Las Vegas. First time ever in SLRF2 history that we will be racing at a different racetrack than our F1 divisions in the same weekend. So a moment of history in SLRF2, regardless of what happens. And of course, we will be back tomorrow as Griffiths is about, I don't know what, he's missed a grid spot there. We'll be back with the F1 divisions at Saudi Arabia this weekend, starting with Division 2 tomorrow at 8 PM. But we've still got F2, one more race to decide this evening around the Las Vegas circuit. That's the circuit that looks a bit like Spider Pig if it's upside down. But I've just clocked that. But yeah, we're about to get underway for the last race of the evening. Two drivers, as Dees would say, have effed up, Griffiths and OG Hammers. And we're going to get underway then for the final race of the night. Lights are going to come on ahead of the drivers for one last time this evening. We are underway here in Las Vegas for the feature race. Great start from Griffiths, great start from Medal. Benster is not going to be able to attack the top two into turn one, but SLR Sumner is, though. He's going to go for a move on his teammate. They so nearly touched the two PHM cars. Evo side by side with Dodgy, as Cooper Benz has had contact with Husky Saturn, and it looks like it's Husky Saturn who's actually gone round, and he's the one with the penalty. Dodgy's losing out to Mash. Southerner has got past his teammate Benster. Instead of them battling the Trident and Medal, they're battling each other here. Who's going to get the position out of the two PHM cars? Southerner all the way round the outside. Oh, he's had a poor exit. And we've got one of the Camposes round. I think they might have touched. SLR mashes round. Oh, we've got chaos through that little straight there. What on earth has happened? Two Van Amersfoort racing cars, I believe, around. Absolutely carnage there. And we've got a VSC once again on the opening lap.
Surprised this hasn't been turned into a full safety car. Those two cars are still not around yet.
I don't know. Did the two Van Amersfoorts come together? That would have been a weird one if they did. What?
I don't know what's happening ahead of in here though. People are just not going through Delta. Oh
my god!
Yeah.
I think he was like just trying to get out of the way, and he's just, wow, that was quite something. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Yeah. Let's go back to the front. Evo wants to get going. He wants to get past Southerner. That was absolute nuts what I've just seen there. It is Benson though, out of the two PHM cars. We're back to green flags that have come out on top. Bad Otter with a mega restart I've just seen there in the background. Might be able to get past Dodgy here. Down the inside goes Bad Otter. Might be able to get points. Oh, nearly contact with Dodgy there. Of course, Dodgy on the super soft tyres will have that extra grip early on, but later on in the race it might come the way of Bad Otter. Could maybe see his first points in SLRF2. As Griffiths, fastest lap of the race, of course, first man across the line to start lap 2, and that, of course, will be beaten as Carrito's opening weekend at SLRF2 goes from bad to worse as he picks up damage on the opening lap. That could be his race over and done with, because that won't even count as a mandatory pit stop. I don't think it's till after like lap 3 or 4 that a mandatory pit stop counts. Nevertheless, so we go back to the front. SLR Dodgy closing back up to SLR Evo again. Owen Howe picks up a 5-second time penalty for collision with Husky Saturn in the pit lane, so maybe he's run into the back of him, unsure. Evo closing up to Southerner now as well. So Southerner, who looked pretty comfortable to get his teammate on the opening lap, legend, he's dropping like a fly at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know if he got damage or anything, like a little bit of contact damage. If we're going side by side of him. Very hard to tell with these, because obviously it's damage in this game is very hard to see. You can have like a orangey yellow wing but still have a wing, and it's just not what. But yeah, it just seems like he's losing the pace at the moment.
A bit further down the order, get some of these guys some action as well. SLR Massive closing the Para Quicks. Oh, we'll go back up. Yeah, SLR Evo's round, lost a front wing as well. Wow, mega opening start for Evo. Has just gone in the bin with damage as well. His teammate SLR Mash, quick bit of contact there with Cooper Benz, trying to find his way towards the points paying position. Cooper Benz doesn't want to rate around though with the slipstream. Pulls to the right hand side of the Campos. Can the Rodin Carlin make his way through? On the outside, he's going to look to the inside of potentially turn 15. He sticks to the outside. Oh, he nearly gets squeezed into the wall. Does Benz there? Down the Las Vegas strip they go. Can he get the move done? No, he can't. Marsh breaks later, but he's going to have the extra grip. Benz looks like he might go for the switcheroo. Can't get it done though, so Mash will hold on to 12th place and looking pretty good to hold on to that 12th place. Not even challenge. Not into the final corner, lads. Oh, it might end in tears. Oh, I'd say what? That's a lovely little move, but Echo's decided to slam his way into the barriers. Yeah, he completely misjudged that. Of course, had the worst of the line, so he needed to lift off, but he kept it flat. And with that, has flung his way into the barriers, and he's going to need a new front wing now.
I'm surprised he hasn't lost his whole front wheel from that. That was a fair whack.
As SLR Mash finally makes his way through on Para Quicks down the inside. Goes Para though to hold on to the position. Seen with front wing damage. Oh, they contact the both in the wall. What on earth is going on? They're ghosting now, but what a funky little incident that was. Looks like Marside tried to keep his nose in there, but Para was not letting it happen. Closed the door, and Para now into the wall.
You'd think without rain it would be less chaotic, but it's still chaotic.
It definitely is. A lot of drivers hitting the wall on that outside there I've just seen from the exit of the chicane. I think that's turn 9. My goodness me, as Echo slammed into the wall again, nearly just absolutely murdered Baggy Fan. That would have been Class A murder as Echo's gone into the barriers. Because of course he's got, excuse me, he's got absolutely no front downforce and that car just will not stop at all. Oh, he's lost his front wing completely now. It's just turned into a Beyblade on my screen. Well, we're going to see Echo into the pit lane, and that is going to be his race over and done with. SLR Dodgy's race is definitely not over and done with. His battle is with SLR Southerner at the moment. That's for P4. Dodgy on the fresher and quicker super soft tyres. They will start to die out very, very quickly, though. They do not last long at all, especially at a track like this where the wear is so high. Para quickly sort of straight on in turn 15. He will get going again, though. Dodgy with DRS will close in on Southerner, but it's nowhere near close enough to get the move done. It was going to be Southerner who holds on to P4 at the moment. Meanwhile, out in front, BRT Griffiths looking very comfortable. He is 3 seconds clear out in front as Echo peels off into the pit lane and retires, and that is his race done. As well as Howard Quicks is also retired in the pit lane.
A lot of chaos. Just everywhere to look at the moment.
Yeah, you look away for a minute, the action's already down at the field again with the amount of crashes and spins we're seeing. Action's still going on in 4th place at the moment though, with Southerner able to hold off SLR Dodge at the moment. He's going to get DRS all the way down this Las Vegas strip. Expect this 6.5 second of a gap to probably close for about 2/10 from the end of the straight, if that, because they are hitting the rev limiter in these cars. It really does. Don't get me wrong, I love the sound of these cars, but not hitting the rev limiter. They sound awful. But Dodgy, even with the extra super soft tyres, they are going to start to die off now, so the softs will start to become quicker as this race goes on. If you want to keep an eye on this battle, 2 F2 admins along with myself. Scrapping it out for 4th place. They've had their fair share of battles before as SLR Dodgy and SLR Southerner. They're going to be scrapping it out for 4th place here in Las Vegas this evening. Lap 5 of 14 in this race. About a third of the way through the feature race we are. We'll start seeing pit stops, especially the super soft runners. We'll see them coming in very shortly to strap on the softs. And of course they will be doing the other way round. They will be getting the super softs on for the remaining quarter and a bit of the feature race. Excuse me. Yeah, so it looks like, I tell you what, yeah, I think Dodgy's tyres are about gone now, because that gap that he had down to about 3 or 4 tenths is nearly back up to a second again, so maybe we are not going to see that move anytime soon. It's probably the closest battle on track at the moment, because the gaps have really opened up. Didn't really expect it as much in the dry, but yeah, really bad in the wet. Owen Howe now peels off into the pit lane once again. His day goes from bad to worse. Crashed in the barriers in the sprint race, and he's in for a second stop. Yeah, a second stop of the evening in the feature race. A new front wing once again for the Van Amersfoort Racing driver. A fresh set of softs on that car. As Toby will round the final corner to start lap 6 now of the feature race, and start to calm down a bit now. I think I called you Liam for some reason. Legend.
I mean, that is my real name, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It works both ways then. It definitely works both ways there, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's definitely started to calm down a bit now. So Toby 5 seconds clear, and the gaps have now opened up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Dodgy here. The sauce, super sauce are dying. His understeering all the plays like he's been aquaplaning in the wet, but I don't know roughly where he'll be in. I think he'll be in this lap. Well, hopefully he'll be in this lap. He can get those. Yeah, should easily go 7 laps on the just the softs.
Yeah, we'll see this soft one is in maybe two laps or so, and maybe a few more actually, because I didn't want to really kill those super soft tyres towards the end. They do want a bit of life left. The safety car can very much change this race, flip the race on its head. In the late stages of this race, we've seen it before in F2, we've seen it before in F1. Anything can happen. Even with the chaos that we saw in the sprint race as well, with the rain. You can see that again. Unfortunately, we're not going to see rain though later on in this race, because it very much would make it very entertaining for us in the comms box, as Husky Saturn picks up a 5-second time penalty for being in the pit lane. Will not the first and will not be the last to do that this evening.
Surprised that wasn't a retirement with that as well. Usually a 5-second means of retirement, but so it looks like he just keeps going.
I'm surprised we see Dodgy in this lap.
We've got a little battle here. As in OG hammers.
OG hammers! We got QWERTY. I don't know what corner we're at. We're at some corner. I don't know which corner. We're going onto the strip, I know that. P12 between QWERTY and OG hammers, and we've just seen coming to the pit lane. He's got his soft tyres up to temperature now, should have the extra grip pull away, but with DRS, with the slipstream, QWERTY's not giving it up. As he's come towards the end of the Las Vegas strip, he's not going to send it down the inside from here, is he? He's having a little look. No, he thinks better off it, does the dams, and stays in that unlucky 13th position, but we'll have the opportunity, to close up once again, and the long straight through 17 down to turn 1, but it'd be a very ambitious move to go for it into turn 1. A great exit, but we'll not have the run. Go for the move in the first corner. We'll keep an eye on this battle though. Closest battle on track at the moment.
Yeah, they almost got UKB closing on battle as well, so that'll be another battle to look out for.
As Hammers' tyres very much up to temperature now, doing a great job on that outlap. Nearly pulled a second to F1AB QWERTY. We'll go on board with Beast, nearly within a second of Bad Otter, the most experienced man in SLRF2. Ready to fight for a championship again is Beast. It's been far too long since we've seen him at the top. Has not got along with these cars one bit. And I think a lot of the grid will echo that. These cars have been absolutely shocking to drive this game, and I really do hope they're taking it back to their old selves for F1 24, but we'll see. As who's that into the pit lane? That is Bad Otter himself into the pit lane. Mega stint. Got yellow flags. Not sure why though. Don't know why we've got yellow flags.
I think that's probably for one of them falling into the pit lane, but I don't understand why that would cause a yellow flag.
Yeah, that was a strange one. Very strange one. The driver's now whacking on those super soft tyres to take to the end of the race. They will have a lot of grip. Benster's going to come out side by side with SLR Dodgy, who's performed a lovely little undercut on the PHM racing driver, but Benster will have the extremely grippy and sticky super softs on that PHM. He had a little look go down the inside there, but didn't quite go for it. And Dodgy will hold on to that position, but Dodgy knows how good those super softs were. He had it in the first stint. They're only going to feel better in this second stint as the track rubbers up. But we'll hold on to the 7th place for now. But I really do expect that PHM Racing of Benster to slide his way past, because he's going to be fighting very much for a podium and very much potentially P2 from the end of this race once again.
I think Dodgy's good. I don't know if Dodgy's going to get DRS on Mash here. I think he will.
I think he's just out of it, by the looks of it. Yeah, he's just out of DRS range, and that's going to see Benster slither his way through into 7th place and within DRS range of Mash as well, who's yet to pit, of course. And we might actually see him maybe slide his way through on the going down to turn 17, potentially. Just look at the exit Benster has got on those fresh super soft tyres compared to Mash's old softs. Marsh might want to come into the pit lane here, and if he does, he's going to need to back off, because you see he does want to come in the pit lane. Contact between the two, and he was not prepared to back off at all. Benz just goes into 6th place now. Will promote his way up to 4th, past his teammate, or will he? Because he's going to come out side by side with his teammate. I'm pretty sure Benster was ahead of his teammate before the pit stops, and he's lost time behind SLR Dodgy, and with that, SLR Southerner is now up to a net P3.
I think he was around about almost 2 to 3 seconds ahead of Southerner before he pitted, so yeah, it's definitely a massive undercut from Southerner here.
SLR Southerner, a fantastic overcut. His teammate got very unlucky with the traffic, wasn't able to get past Dodgy as quickly and as efficiently as he wanted, and that has allowed the other PHM racing car of SLR Southerner up into what is going to be a net P3. So that's former teammate from last season, the Rodin Carlin of Cooper Benz, in front of him. He's got to make way of him pretty quickly as well, because his teammate is not going to be messing around. There's going to be no team orders at PHM, and the new team on the block are very much impressing on their debut race. A very quick duo indeed is Benster and Southerner. If it wasn't Toby and Dodgy in that ART Grand Prix, then I'd definitely put these two down for the championship. They could still very much win it anyway. It could prove me wrong. Southerner though doesn't want to wait behind his teammate, former teammate, for much longer. Goes down the inside. Benster makes his way through as well. The PHMs are working in tandem with each other here. They could see at least one of these cars, or if not both of these cars, onto the podium. He definitely has, and Benster slithers his way through now. Down the inside, heading towards the final corner. Southerner is seeing a podium slip away from him now. I think this is going to be the battle towards the I think this is going to be the battle to the end of the race now, Legend. The two PHM racing cars fighting for the final podium place, because I think Medal, looking at it now, has got this 2nd place pretty secure.
Yeah, these guys have lost so much time compared to Medal. I think the overcut might have worked a little bit better. Obviously, Benster has lost out to Southerner and Medal a little bit here due to the overcut, so I think it definitely has worked to their favour that Benster has wished the undercut did.
Benster's looking at quicker of the two PHM cars at the moment. Now 7.5 tenths to his team. I hope he doesn't open up, because then we've got to taste a little battle to the end of this race. But so they've put on a great show so far, the two PHM cars. A fantastic opening weekend for the newest team in SLRF2, of course, taken over from the Charouz team. They're doing a great job. Great driver pairing of SLR Southerner, of course. Not a champion in F2, but champion in F1. Season 5 Division 1 champion. And Benster, a man who knows all too well in these cars how quick he is. Multiple time race winner, multiple time pole sitter. And definitely could be one of the drivers to challenge Toby for later on in this season. But at the moment, kind of been in the world of his own at the moment is BRT Griffiths, like he was in the sprint race. Checked out, 7 seconds clear with 3 laps to go, and SLR Medal is in his own world as well, 7 seconds back, but 9.5 seconds clear of the 2 PHM cars behind him. I mean, are we going to be seeing this every week, Legend, with it's just been Griffiths and Medal in a league of their own?
I think that you can throw Benster's name in there. Even you showed it in the wet, he got second, so I think he's got the pace. Just unfortunate with the strategy today, I think. It didn't seem to have the strongest stint, did Benster, on the soft that I think he wished he hoped he had. Could just be, say, him setting the car more towards the wet than the dry. It seems like he's a strong showing. He seems like he has the pace, so it'll be interesting to see along the season how many whether he ends up finishing, either P3 or maybe challenging for the P2 spot. I don't think you can throw either of the PHM guys out there. Both of them are hungry for it.
No, they definitely are. Of course, PHM in the first season of SLRF2 this season. But yeah, second driver of the weekend, should I say. Legend, of course. Well, Griffiths is on for a Grand Slam, all 39 points available. It's probably going to go his way. Apart from that, who would you say is your driver of the weekend been so far?
I mean, I would have a look at the gain position so far. I know it's different, but I mean, Bad Otto, it's again 7 to be fair at the moment. I think he's having a decent featured race. I think he had a not bad sprint, but I think he did get caught up in a few incidents in the sprint. So he could be a shout. Depends if he can hold on UKB's assassin behind, who is slowly gaining on him.
A battle for the final points position at the moment. That's not a mash. Not going to go all the way around the outside, is he? Oh, they nearly have contact. Him and OG Hammers. Headed towards turn 1 to go. Is Marsh going to go for the move? It's going to be a late move down the inside for SLR Mash. Hammers goes very, very deep. He's gone off the road. SLR Mash says thank you very much. I will take that final points position. And into P10 he goes as the reigning Evo champion. Oh, a little bit of action. 2.5 laps left to go now. So the checker flag is waved, or they could maybe wave it a lap early. I don't know if they do that in the game. Probably will. It's a bit how broken this game is. You said about excuse me.
It's a great game.
Closing up. Oh, it is a fantastic game. We've still got the tyre allocation glitch in F2. We haven't actually seen it this weekend because of the rain. But once it's an all dry weekend, we'll probably have a lobby restart. Well, not probably, we will have a lobby restart between the sprint and the feature race. But Beast, though, as you mentioned earlier, really starting to close up on Bad Otter now. So that lap, fresher tyres, and of course his experience and his skill is going to very much come into play against the one of the new kids on the block of Bad Otter. And we'll see if he can make easy pickings. But at the moment, I'll tell you what, it's open back up to road for a second again. So Bad Otter, but not to see points come his way, could see big points come his way on his debut.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta hope that he has a good second sector, just to open up that gap a little bit more. Because you don't want to be giving DRS in the last lap and that. The strip. That is just gonna be goodbye to that P6.
Literally. We'll stay on board with these boys then towards the end of this race now. Griffiths now 11.7 seconds clear of SLR Medal, who, like I said, both of them kind of in a world of each other's own at the moment. The Medal 12 seconds back now from Griffiths and nearly 10 seconds clear of Benson. It looks like Bad Otter is starting to feel the pressure. A very big error there through the chicane. Sees UKB's Assassin close within a second. And we'll now get the DRS advantage heading down the Las Vegas Strip, coming up very, very shortly, as long as he can keep it in a straight line through the twisty turns, the very understeery turns. A bit like the new section of Australia. We saw it in the wet conditions in season 7, where just everyone understeered with the wall at qualifying, including myself. I think me and Beast were literally like the two drivers that most understeered into that wall and yet didn't get damaged. It was absolutely insane. Saw it there in the sprint race here today. Beast closing up on Bad Otter now, 4/10 of the gap as Griffiths now starts the final lap of this Las Vegas weekend, as Bad Otter gets a 3-second penalty. He had the chance to try and defend the place. He's only going to have the chance to defend it on track now because we have that penalty. Never mind though, because UK Beast Assassin goes all the way around the outside up to 7th place. Cooper Benz gets his way past Evo, who I think has made an error, and both Rodin Carlin's making up places in the closing laps. As Evo, sorry,
Failed to.
what?
Failed.
Oh,
Has he done two?
He didn't serve his mandatory pit stop after like lap 4 or whatever it was, because you have to serve it after a certain time, after a certain amount of laps, and that's not what he's done.
Yeah, because he's been on the super sausage lap 3, so yeah.
Yeah. Got to read the rule book. One man who probably knows the rule book inside out is, well, me. BRT Griffiths doesn't know, but one thing he does know is how to dominate an SLRF2 weekend, because he's going to round the 17th and final corner for one last time in this Las Vegas circuit to take victory in the feature race and to take all 39 points available in this opening weekend. It is a grand slam for BRT Griffiths. Started off the season now. He ended his championship winning season with a bang. SLR medal, will finish P2 in the end, 15 seconds back from Griffiths. Benster will make it podium once again. It's the exact same podium it was in the sprint race. PHM Racing, take a bow on your opening weekend. Podiums in both races, 3rd and 4th in the feature race, fantastic. SLR Dodgy will make it 5th. 1st and 5th for the ART Grand Prix team. I've got a feeling it's going to be ART versus PHM for this championship. UK Beast Assassin, great recovery after that sprint race. He will finish P6 for Rodin Carlin. Bad Otter will pick up points on his SLRF2 debut. He will finish P7. Cooper Benz will be P8. Great day for Rodin Carlin as well in the feature race. SLR Mash will finish 9th. Carito will not get points on debut because of penalties. Because it will go to OG James in the end after penalties. So a great recovery from Carito nevertheless. Yeah, that is the... oh, a big crash over the line there. Jesus Christ. Carito slams it into the wall, loses his wheel. Baggy Fan finishes 12th, QWERTY 13th. Owen finished the lap down at the end in 14th. Husky Saturn spins it across the line to finish 15th and a lap down as well. As, we'll get SALP 3 in the party. I think we can I'll see if I can get Southerner in as well, of course, head admin. Invite SALP 3. Let me invite Southerner. Where is he? So yeah, legend. First SLRF2 weekend at Vegas. How did you find that one from the comms booth?
I mean, that was hectic. You were looking everywhere. Just absolutely everywhere. But his front race was in the wet, and then also just still with more chaos in the dry, so it's just fun all around.
Because I wanted to invite you, that's why. Yeah. So then, we'll go through classification once more then. It is BRT Griffiths taking all 39 points available this weekend. It's another Grand Slam to his name. SLR Medal will finish runner-up P2 in the end. Great drive from the Trident driver in no man's land. Benster will finish P3 in the end. Second and third on his SLRF2 return is not a two-band return at all. SLR Southerner will make it PHM Racing 3 and 4. Great opening weekend for them. SLR Dodgy will finish P5. UK Beast Assassin 6. Bad Otter P7 with points on his SLRF2 debut. Cooper Benz 8th. SLR Mash 9th. Nochi James will take the final points position then. I'll start off with Southern. Again, make sure your boxes are ticked so we can hear your lovely little voices on the stream. Matt, kind of wanted to get you in. Obviously, our opening weekend of the season, our first ever time visiting Las Vegas. How did you kind of find it? Not just from a driving point of view, but kind of an admin point of view as well. Is it kind of one? Do you think we might be able to keep on the calendar for a little while?
No. We tried it.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't so bad in the dry. Maybe in the next game it'd be better, but in the wet,